Hello and welcome to Doing More. I'm Erica Cardenas. We know that April showers bring May flowers and April winds are magical, which is why we're here at the Arizona Humane Society in Sunny Slope, Arizona, sharing the magical work they do with pets and communities. National Pet First Aid Awareness Month is celebrated in April in the UK, and in the US we celebrate it in May. These are special months dedicated to raising awareness among pet parents and animal lovers about pet injuries and providing emergency care in case of injuries. It teaches us to be compassionate towards our pets and pet parents. Most importantly, it's a great way to celebrate how important our pets are to us. Just like the Arizona Humane Society, an organization who believes in the welfare of animals and in developing creative solutions through corporate partnerships, which help transform the future of animal welfare. Take a look.
The Arizona Humane Society plays a niche role right here in the Valley where we care for almost 18,000 sick, injured, and abused pets right here in our own community. Since 1957, AHS's mission has been to care for the Valley's most vulnerable pets, as well as to provide enrichment and a fulfilling life for both pets and people. Really pets that just truly have nowhere else to go. So through our trauma hospital and our specialized ICUs, we're able to care for almost 18,000 sick, injured, and abused pets that would normally be euthanized in other shelters. So we're able to really be able to expand the amount of pets that we're able to help right here in our own community. We also offer a lot of resources for pet owners, including our public veterinary clinics, through our pet resource center, and doing mobile veterinary clinics like the one that we did with Cox Communications just recently. We have some absolutely amazing pets who are available for adoption each and every day. They have definitely been able to be given a second chance at a great life. And by adopting, you're not only saving the life of that pet, but you're also allowing us to save even more lives of pets who need that much needed kennel space. So for anyone who is considering adopting, you can always visit azhumane.org/adopt to see all of our wonderful babies who are looking for their forever home. The Arizona Humane Society is a nonprofit, which means that we don't receive any support from the government, and we're also not affiliated with other animal welfare organizations. So everything that we're able to do is thanks to the community support and absolutely amazing partnerships like with Cox Communications, who allowed us to be able to provide free vaccines, microchips, and wellness exams to dozens of pet owners right here in our own community out in Mesa. So this is a wonderful way for us to not only be able to prevent pets from coming into the shelter, but keeping them in their loving homes where they belong. So we are so grateful to Cox Communications and every single person who allows us to be able to continue saving these pets' lives. Our veterinarians and our veterinary technicians are absolutely incredible. So each and every day you're going to see them in there, whether they're helping a pet with a broken leg, get orthopedic surgery, maybe a pet that's in need of dental, maybe specialized care in one of our ICUs. As you can imagine, volunteers are truly the cornerstone of what we do, from our trauma hospital to our thrift stores, even walking with our dogs and feeding our tiny neonate kittens. We couldn't do the work that we do without them. There's a lot of different ways that people are able to help homeless pets right here in our community. Of course, donating, volunteering, fostering, and adopting. Every little piece makes a huge difference in the life of the pet. Of course, we can't save all of them, but for the one pet that we are able to save, it makes all the world of a difference for them.
The Arizona Humane Society cannot have an impact in the community without the dedicated support of corporate partners like Cox Communications, whose focus is in solving challenges for underserved communities, generating support and awareness. To be part of the AHS mission, go to azhumane.org. What a great way of doing more. I'll be right back. Welcome back to Doing More. We're here at the Arizona Humane Society, where they're enriching the lives of pets and people. We're here in the kitten nursery, where nursing moms are lovingly tending to their babies. The Arizona Humane Society's mission is to save the most vulnerable animals and enrich the lives of pets and people. And in carrying out this mission, they embrace core values of innovation, compassion, and excellence. We took a trip to San Diego, California, where we visited the San Diego Children's Discovery Museum, an organization providing children with grow-up great education provided by PNC Foundation. Take a look.
The San Diego Children's Discovery Museum is a children's museum that serves San Diego County. Our area of focus is children between the ages of 0 to 10, but primarily 0 to about the ages of 7. We pride ourselves on the fact that we teach children in an informal, experience-based environment. And our area of focus is early childhood education, but specifically foundational fluencies, social-emotional learning, and purposeful play.
We not only try to provide our products and services locally, through local people, but we are involved in our communities. In order for us to do well here, we need San Diego to do well. We need to make this a place where everybody can thrive. And so it's incredibly important for us to give back and invest like this into the next generations that are coming up through our community. And so we kind of looked across the country and looked for places where it could really effectively improve communities that it did business in. It really landed on early childhood education.
We started PNC Grow Up Great in 2004. It is now a $500 million bilingual early education program, all focused on reaching young children from birth to age 5, with a particular emphasis on reaching low and moderate income children to help prepare them for school and life.
Here in San Diego, we are trying to take that initiative and give back into San Diego in the early childhood education space. And we've been looking for partners. And that's how we got to the San Diego Children's Museum.
It's actually our first partnership with the Grow Up Great program here in San Diego, and we couldn't think of a better partner.
They specifically have a new mobile unit where they bring STEM-related educational services to kids that can't make it to the museum. And so it's a great way to reach out to a lot of the underserved community in San Diego.
I think I'm going to build the CASA.
We're so excited to be partnering with PNC and specifically their Grow Up Great program. The reason why it's such a great fit is we share the focus of serving children between the ages of 0 to 5. We also share a joint mission in serving children who are underserved and also extending that across the entire community.
Please, can you make a fort?
We both believe in bringing innovative platforms of learning to children all over the county.
Let's see if you can make a fort big enough for one person to be inside it.
Okay.
At a national level, the PNC employees are incredibly involved with our Grow Up Great initiative. We've donated over 1 million hours of our time investing in communities across the country. So we'll be doing days of service, going out and working with the museum and the kids in our community.
It has to stand for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
The San Diego Children's Discovery Museum Access for All initiative is part of the museum's mission to make the museum accessible to all. If you'd like to make support in its mission, go to sdcdm.org. We headed to Porter Elementary in Mesa, Arizona, where students are sowing it forward through the Arizona Sustainability Alliance initiative. Take a look.
Arizona Sustainability Alliance mission is to bring a lot of cross-cutting concepts through projects utilizing the community and collaboration. And we actually have 5 primary priorities, and those are conservation, renewable energy, sustainable food systems, urban forestry, and cities. The Sow It Forward program utilizes the tower garden, which has basically about 20 net cups, so you can grow 20 different varieties at one point in time. And it's embraced here at Porter Elementary because of the STEM focus. STEM and STEAM just encompasses everything in terms of the technology, the science, the math, the engineering, the design process, the problem solving.
Our vision had been getting the K2 age students to have sustainability butterfly garden, 3-4s, really engaging them more with growing food and making that sustainable. And then our 5th and 6th graders having that ability to do the tower garden, hydroponic gardening, and Arizona Sustainability has made that possible for us.
It's been great because I got to learn you don't need soil in the tower gardens, and also you can have it in your house, your school, and all around the community.
We've been growing strawberry plants and we got infested with spider mites, so we've been using this oil and it's been helping.
I love to garden sometimes. My grandma is actually the first one to get me into gardening. So I want to say thank you, Gail.
It's a visual way to track progress, just like they track their progress in math facts or in reading fluency. It's just a conversation piece that brings the conversation back to academics.
Usually I come in here and look around and see what's happening, what's the situation and all. And then after I figure out what it is, now I helped out. I say a plant's all dry out. You put water, you make sure it's okay, don't be overdose it. You make sure everything's great, you look for weeds, you take them out. That's usually what I do. I feel amazing, honestly, because every time you come here, it feels like you achieved something, you did something. You always have the tomorrow to come back here and work on it.
I've had the honor of having Lloyd for several years. He's a fantastic student. He's taken on a leadership role in our garden club, and I've seen a huge increase in his confidence since taking on this leadership role. He likes to be referred to as Mr. L now on campus.
We completely invite everyone to come and join us in this incredible journey. Educators, schools, industry members, sponsors, and corporate leaders.
Don't go away, we'll be right back. Welcome back to Doing More, where we shine a light on the good things happening in our communities. I'm Erica Cardenas. We're here at the Arizona Humane Society Sunny Slope campus celebrating our pets and our communities. Did you know as you shop for unique secondhand treasures at the Arizona Humane Society's 2 Valley thrift stores, you're supporting the Arizona Humane Society's missions. So come and spend the day thrifting while supporting the most vulnerable pets and building healthy communities. For clinic or thrift store locations, go to azhumane.org. We caught up with Cox Volunteers and the Arizona Humane Society as they teamed up for the free Vaccinations and Microchip event. Take a look.
Today, the Arizona Humane Society is teaming up with Cox to be able to provide free vaccinations, microchips, and wellness exams with our mobile veterinary clinic to be able to provide to more than 50 owned animals right here in our community. We play a really niche role in the Valley where we care for almost 18,000 sick, injured, and abused pets in the Valley. Not only is it our mission to be able to care for the Valley's most vulnerable animals, but we also work to enrich the lives of pets and people, which is exactly what we're doing here today.
We have a lot of animal-loving Cox employees. Out of our 3,100 employees, we give over 50,000 hours a year in volunteerism in the community. So today, we're not only underwriting the day of vaccines and microchips for the residents of Mesa, but we're also bringing along some Cox employees to help man and greet people and help with the animals.
Our absolutely amazing Happy Tails mobile veterinary clinic is incredible and it's life-saving. So this allows us to be able to go to different places where maybe it's low income or maybe they're struggling with transportation issues. They're not able to get their pets into a veterinary clinic. So it allows us to come to them and be able to provide these life-saving services. This has also been able to allow us to expand even up into Navajo Nation and other reservations throughout Arizona. So we're just so grateful to be able to provide these services because the best way to be able to keep pets in homes is by providing low cost and free services, because if something happens and someone's not able to treat their pet, those pets unfortunately either end up in the shelter or abandoned.
We have brick and mortar facilities for the Arizona Humane Society for Public Medicine, but the mobile itself has the ability to expand beyond those boundaries, not only in just Maricopa County, but outside of Maricopa County. And providing these low-cost vaccines helps us control diseases that are highly contagious, specifically distemper and parvo, and be able to give these clients the ability to not only pay low cost or offer these free events, helps keep those contagious diseases down in all community areas.
We want to make it easy for families to keep their animals in the home. And if we could help with their vaccines, we want healthy animals in the community because that promotes healthy families too.
It helps me a lot right now because he's a foster, don't know his history. I was actually going to take my dog to the vet, but with this happening actually saved me the trouble and money. Thank you guys so much, because not only helping me, but you're helping a lot of people that came today. So thank you guys, and my Dobie here, he's officially mine, so thank you.
We are just really grateful, and honestly, I just love these animals. I love the people that I work with, and we could not do this without the passion that we have to be able to save these little ones.
Let's take a look at a Las Vegas organization whose volunteers provide stability during an extremely difficult time in children's lives.
CASA Las Vegas program was formed in 1980, and the need that it serves is really to promote advocacy for children living in foster care. There are approximately 3,200 kids living in foster care. They come from abuse and neglect and abandonment within their own homes, and so now they're living in foster care across Southern Nevada. And so the CASA Las Vegas program was really created to support advocacy for those children so that we can make sure that they have a voice and that they're represented throughout the court system in all aspects of their social, their emotional, and their physical needs across the system. Volunteers are incredibly important to the CASA program. So CASA Las Vegas is really all about volunteer advocacy. So what we do is we recruit volunteers to come and work directly with the children. So court-appointed special advocates are really here to better understand the children, understand their needs, get to know them, and advocate for them throughout their entire lives.
My role as a CASA volunteer, first and foremost, is to get to know the children as much as I can, like my own children if possible, and find out what their needs are. It could be academic needs, it could be some health needs, and try to advocate resources for in their behalf.
Court-appointed special advocates have a critically important role working with children living in foster care. So children living in foster care oftentimes feel like they don't have a voice. They have no one there to really advocate on their behalf and really work with them to make sure that they have everything in their life that they might need.
Many of the children have been emotionally and physically abused or neglected from their own parents. So it's hard for them to trust someone when someone who's supposed to be protecting them have not been able to. I work as a team with foster parents, caseworkers, child's attorney, and sometimes school counselors, teachers, as well as health and mental health professionals to ensure that child's needs are met.
CASA volunteers' main responsibility is to show up and be consistent for that child. So a volunteer that's just willing to give of their time, give of themselves, and really take a common sense approach to what this child needs makes a perfect volunteer.
I became a CASA volunteer wanting to impact the children's lives, but at some point I realized that they have made a difference in my own life by teaching me about resilience and their capacity to be happy when they have so little in their lives.
The CASA program provides fantastic training for our volunteers. Our volunteers can feel very supported. They go through an initial 33-hour training course, both in person and online, so it's a blending learning. And then they're given additional training throughout the course of time that they are a volunteer to continue to help them.
We all want to be part of something that's larger than ourselves. Becoming a CASA volunteer has given me a renewed sense of purpose and meaning in my life. Please join us. Becoming a CASA volunteer will not only change the children's lives, but your life as well.
We'll be back with more on Doing More right after this. Welcome back to Doing More. We're here at the Arizona Humane Society's Sunny Slope location where they're enriching the lives of pets, people, and communities. Our final stop was at the Big Brothers Big Sisters where the Littles, Bigs, and Cox volunteers enjoyed a day of meet, greet, and baseball. Take a look.
Today is so exciting. This is our Big for a Day event. It's actually the biggest one that we've ever had. So we take waiting littles, kids who have been on our wait list and are waiting for a big brother or big sister, and we bring out volunteers from different companies and organizations and kind of pair them together through different activities to just kind of feel what it might feel like to be that big brother or big sister. Our vision is that all youth achieve their full potential. We really believe that kids come to us whole, and what they're looking for is a friend, someone to guide them. And so we take these littles, we call them littles, they're kids in our program, and we match them with adult mentors. So this event helps us to recruit more male mentors for that wait list of kids. You know, having a mentor is so impactful. They are there as to guide them, to be a friend, to kind of inspire them, show them things outside of their normal scope, and it just gives them kind of a new lease on life. There's always a need for volunteers. And that's because there's always a need for mentors. And so every time we move a kid off the wait list, there's another one in the Valley who's waiting to be moved on. So we just are always in need of more mentors, and specifically men. We have a difficult time recruiting men. And so we're looking for events like this to kind of call out to men and say, hey, we really need your support here.
I was a volunteer for Big Brothers and Big Sisters for about 3.5 years before joining as a member of the board. As a big for Big Brothers and Big Sisters, I had no idea how mutually rewarding it was going to be for both the big and the little. And it turns out to be a lot of fun. I think it's all about connecting with each other, getting a chance to get out and socialize, feeling more part of the community, and just making sure we all know each other a little bit more and understand what each other's about. When you become a big, I think the question I get the most for people who are considering it and not sure about themselves is they don't think of themselves as a mentor. They're not sure they can do it. And it's really not a difficult thing to do. All you have to do is show up and be present and be a stable figure in someone's life who maybe otherwise they don't currently have that. Just be yourself, and it's a very mutually rewarding experience to be a big.
I got partnered with a little, so it was a great time to be able to get to know somebody and be a part of the community and be able to see what Big Brothers Big Sisters is all about. I just say thank you to Cox Communications for working for a great company and to be able to be a part of the Arizona Big Brothers and Big Sisters and to be able to put this together for the littles. I mean, because they're just such a great part of the community and the future of our community, right? And we want to be able to be a part of that with Cox Communications.
We are so grateful for all of our amazing partners here in the Valley. It's so important. It really helps us to build our mission. It really helps us with our outreach. So we have a bunch of Cox employees here today who are interested in potentially becoming bigs. And so partners like that where it can help us expand our reach are really important. If you are interested in becoming a big brother or a big sister, please check out our website. Check us out, learn more, and come get involved.
As we close the show, Hope and I want to thank the Arizona Humane Society for sharing their core values of innovation, compassion, and excellence, and for enriching the lives of pets, people, and communities. Nothing compares to the joy of coming home to a loyal companion. The unconditional love of a pet can do more than keep you company. Our pets help with emotional and social skills. Living with pets will make you a happier human being. The more time you spend with your pet, the happier you become. They bring more meaning to your life, so adopt a pet and get ready to receive unconditional love. I'm Erica Cardenas. Thanks so much for joining us.